Hey everybody, and welcome to another UA reading. I'm joined today by Veth, player of Endra.
Hello. It's me.
Fuck, I didn't do it. Can you say something real quick so I can check the audio levels?
Hello.
Okay. I have my desktop audio lowered because for whatever reason, the game audio on my computer spiked when last year restarted or something. Which is just, Today, we're looking at the monk. Monks use rigorous combat training. Sorry, you were going to say something?
No.
Monks use rigorous combat training and mental discipline to align themselves with the multiverse and tap into internal reservoirs of power. Different monks conceptualize this power in different ways as breath, energy, life force, essence, or self, for example. Whether channeled as a striking display of martial prowess or as a subtler focus of defense and speed, this power infuses all that a monk does. Monks harness and focus their internal power to create extraordinary, even supernatural effects. They channel uncanny speed and strength into their attacks. Hold up. Discipline points. They remove ki.
Yeah.
What the hell? Unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't really care that they renamed it that much. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it kind of like unmagics it. Like discipline isn't magic.
Yeah, only the monks have learned discipline.
Yeah.
Fighters, completely undisciplined.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. The other one, like chi. I mean, I know that's like a whole, like I think it's Taoist thing, but
I like the off-brand chi. I thought that shit was cool. When I played a monk, I was all for it. I don't get why they'd remove that bit of flavor.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Taoist, so I can't really say if like that's a thing or
Look,
not. But I don't know.
Fucking Dragon Ball exists, okay? You're gonna tell me people care about ki being a thing? I think that's dumb.
Yeah. I kind of don't think they do either. But I don't know. At the end of the day, it's not a massive change, but I think it's a little bit lamer. But
it definitely is. Many monks find that a structured life of ascetic withdrawal from the mundane world helps them cultivate the physical and mental discipline they need to harness their power. Other monks believe that immersing themselves in the vibrant confusion of life helps fuel their determination and discipline. Monks generally view their adventures as personal tests of their physical and mental development. They are driven by a desire to accomplish a greater mission than merely slaying monsters and plundering treasure. They strive to hone themselves into living weapons. Okay.
It's cool, I guess.
So the martial arts starts with a d6 rather than d4 for its martial arts die, and that applies to only unarmed strikes, not weapons. Weapons are now enhanced by weapon mastery. To keep up with other classes, the monk's unarmed strikes need this damage boost, which goes up to a d12 rather than a d10. I hope that's not...
That's a good change.
Yeah, I hope that's not the only damage boost that they're getting.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because that's 1 damage on average per attack, so like 2 damage per round.
Yeah.
And they get weapon mastery, but so does everyone else, so that's like,
Yeah. I mean, it's,
Let's see. So, the monk is d8 hit die. As per usual, they have strength and dex, 2 skills, simple weapon proficiency. I think before it was like, short swords and darts and stuff, but now I think short swords are simple weapons or something.
I believe there. Well, short swords are simple weapons before, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think they were martial before, but they pseudo treated it as a simple weapon.
They gave it.
Yeah.
They gave it as a weapon proficiency to a lot of people. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. They start with 1 type of tool or musical instrument. In general, I'm not a fan of start with how the artisan's tools proficiency thing works. But I mean,
kind of.
it kind of makes sense for a monk.
It makes more sense for a monk than like a lot of other classes.
Yep. Was it always the case that they got a artisan's tool?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they almost always did.
I vaguely remember having herbalism kit proficiency when I played monk, but I don't know if that was just from the background.
The monk in our other campaign had a herbalism kit too, so I'm pretty sure monk gives it to you.
Okay. I'm not gonna double check this one. No. Don't think it matters all that much. So, level 1, martial arts. So you gain the following benefits while you're unarmed or wielding only simple weapons, and you aren't wearing armor or wearing a shield. Bonus unarmed strike. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or simple weapon, you can bonus action unarmed strike. So that's martial arts, as it was before. Dexterous attacks. You can use dexterity instead of strength to attack and damage of your unarmed strikes and simple weapons, except those that have the two-handed property. But I don't think that applies to versatile, right? So...
No, because they don't have two-handed, they have versatile instead, so...
Yeah.
Correct!
And you can roll a d6 in place of your normal damage of your unarmed strike, and this die changes as you gain monk levels, as shown in the martial arts column. Before we go any further, I want to make predictions.
Okay.
I'm going to predict... Okay, I mean, realistically, they've got to buff the monk somehow in this document, but I'm gonna jokingly say that they're gonna find a way to make the monk even weaker than in PHP.
I don't know.
So with
I'm not gonna say it totally couldn't happen. I'm not gonna say it didn't happen.
They hate the monk. They have the monk bias. I can feel the hatred every time I look at the paper in the PHP. I can sense that they're going to nerf him a little bit somehow. So,
I don't really think they got nerfed.
Unarmored defense, while you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield. Gain Dex plus Wisdom, same as before. Still cucked compared to the Barbarian who gets to wield the shield, but it kind of makes sense that a monk wouldn't wield a shield. It'd be kind of weird to see monks with shields.
Yeah.
Maybe like a buckler.
A little uncanny.
Yeah, because monks usually wield like the quarterstaff when you picture like a kung fu guy. Or swords, never shields. So it makes sense. Level 2, martial discipline. Your self-discipline and martial training allow you to harness a well of extraordinary energy within yourself. Your access to this energy is represented by a number of discipline points, so this is the key feature. Whenever you spend one, it's unavailable until you short or long rest, same as before. The DC is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier, so that's still in the game. So that's part of the reason why the monk was booty.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let's see, flurry of blows, 1 discipline point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. That's the same as before. Patient defense and step of the winds both require discipline points, same as before. I remember someone saying, like a YouTuber I watched saying, fucking step of the wind shouldn't require key points. So
well, step of the wind is better because you take both the dash and disengage option.
Oh, it's slightly better, yeah.
So it's definitely... It's a lot better than it was. It's a lot better than it was.
Yeah, but I would rather...
Already.
Here's the thing. I would rather it not cost key and just be the rogue disengage or dash. Because the rogue can do it all day, every day for free, right?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
And but because this requires discipline points, like, if we look here, it's the same progression. They have the same, like, 1 to 20 points. Probably not going to be used. Because the monk needs to spend their key making attacks. So it is better, I appreciate that, but disappointed that it's not better. Level 2, unarmored movements. While you're not wearing armor or wielding a shield, absolutely you're not allowed to wear a shield. This bonus increases when you increase in levels. Third level, deflect missiles. You can use your reaction to deflect range attacks that deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. So they narrowed it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When you do so, the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus dex plus monk.
That is more damage.
No, that's the same as before.
Mm-mm. No, before it was just dex, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was dex plus monk level.
Really? Okay.
I'll double check, but I remember it being like crazy OP last time I looked at it. Well, crazy OP for one arrow, but you know.
Yeah. Basically just get to turn that arrow off.
Yeah, dex plus monk plus 1d10.
Oh, okay. I was wrong.
Okay, hold up. This part's changed. If you reduce the damage 0, you can spend 1 point to redirect it to another creature. Choose a creature within 60 feet of yourself that isn't behind total cover. Creature must succeed a dex saving throw or take damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. The damage is the same dealt by the attack.
Yeah, I think that is definitely better.
It is better.
So now you don't spend a fucking key point and just miss.
That is true. However, because it scales off of wisdom, it's going to be a pretty booty DC.
That's true.
So in some ways, it's like more accurate, some ways less accurate. I do like the damage increase because it's kind of ambiguous, right? Because it says you can use the piece of ammunition.
Yeah.
But it is another thing that consumes ki, so, you know.
I mean, now it's an actual option. Before it was just kind of a meme. Because before you used to just catch all the arrows and then just collect them, start a little collection. But yeah, you might throw it and try to pick off like somebody who's low or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Someone like 2d6 can kill a goblin. Yeah. On average, it does, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too terrible. But it is going to be weighed against the option of doing like a punch, right? Because flurry of blows, you get 2 unarmed strikes, which is an increase of 1 over your normal bonus action. So it's 1d6 plus 3 versus 2d6. It's very similar, but over time,
for DPR, it's like kind of the best thing to do though. But
yeah, it's not bad. Actually, you know, I'll reverse at least levels 1 through 4. It seems like it could be worth using ki on, probably.
Yeah.
Then monk subclass, you gain a subclass of your choice: mercy, shadow, elements, open hand. All right. Subclass are all these in the playtest?
Maybe.
Elements, mercy, shadow. So. Interesting. I mean, open hand, shadow, elements. It's kind of interesting that they're calling them warrior of mercy, warrior of shadow, warrior of 4 elements.
Yeah.
Thematically, it's
I heard that the 4 elements still sucks.
Oh, of course. As sure as the sun rises, 4 elements sucks.
Yes.
That'll never change. Even in 7th edition, it's going to be the worst subclass. So,
keep it around.
Slow fall, same as before. Extra attack, same as before. Stunning strike, same as before.
The stun condition itself has changed, though.
Oh? How does that change?
Yeah, I don't remember, but it is.
Is it worse or better?
I guess worse. I mean, you know, it's not like if they stun, they just fucking die like they did in the last, this edition. But I think it basically just skips their turn. They don't get to do anything.
Where do I look?
But it's not like everything crits against them or whatever.
I don't know, that's paralyzed. So invisible condition, hide. God, this is in fucking alphabetical order, isn't it?
Always is.
Study. No, it's not in alphabetical order. Where the fuck is it? I like dazed as condition. You can move or take action Why isn't it move or action or bonus action like the one spell? That's a little bit weird. Pretty sure I have like a custom condition in my fucking custom conditions doc that is just that, but slightly different. I don't see stun, man.
Yeah, neither do I. Weird. Oh, no. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure they changed it, though. Source, trust me, bro.
Okay. Let's see. Where the fuck were we? Here's Monk. So, Stunning Strike, again, it's going to be a little bit booty, because you basically have like a 20-30% chance of success for one key point, of which you get 5. So, that's the eternal struggle with Stunning Strike, and it remains the same. 6th level Empowered Strikes. Whenever you deal damage through unarmed strike, you can deal your choice of force damage or its normal damage type, which is interesting.
It's just instead of them having the overcome magical resistances or whatever.
Yeah, but it could totally just say your fist strikes count as magical, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know why they changed it. It's kind of weird.
It is weird. I mean, I don't dislike it because it evokes in my mind like a little key bubble in front of your fist, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Like in Dragon Ball when they're punching each other. Yeah. Are they really punching each other? It's like so juiced up. So that sort of makes sense. Though I do dislike force damage in general, just being super prolific.
Yeah, because it's like they figured out that it's the best one, and then they're like, oh, because it's the best one, we can work on things, and that's like, right.
I mean, magical physical damage is also extraordinarily, you know?
I kind of think that's kind of cringe, though, but whatever.
Yeah. I prefer it being, it being force damage is a buff, especially in my games where I have some creatures having resistance against magical physical.
Yes, yeah, it is pretty good.
And so, it's whatever. I think in most campaigns it's going to be identical to before, except now it's going to be called force damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what it is. 7th level evasion. This is the same as before. 7th level heightened metabolism. If you spend at least 1 minute resting, you can give yourself all the benefits of a short rest. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's like 7 more key points, basically, at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't dislike that. Because there are often times where, like, you can't take a full-on 1 hour short rest.
Yeah.
So, having a bonus short rest is basically like giving more key points.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's like tied to this feature instead of just being in the table.
Mm-hmm. I think that is definitely a very good buff for them. It lets them kind of...
Yeah. Don't know, in a dungeon, I don't know how often you can get away with spit in a minute. I feel like that.
I think it feels
doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on if you're like going in one loop. If you're like trying to, it depends on the structure of the dungeon, right? If it's one big fight, there's no way. If it's like fighting, then exploring, and then fighting, then yeah. I think this is the first buff Monk has gotten, other than +1 damage.
They've gotten a bunch of teeny little buffs, but. Yeah. It's the first sizable one.
First real buff. Here's the thing. I don't count Step of the Wind being buffs as a buff because it's still costly.
Well, I was talking about like the die increase that's kind of stinky, but then also like the dex thing and the dex
What
save.
Dex thing?
The dex save ammunition throwback.
Oh, yeah, that is a tiny, tiny, tiny buff.
Mm-hmm.
First real buff, I would say.
Yeah.
But you're right, there are non-zero buffs so far. That being said, I remember, I don't know, did Fighter get anything like super crazy at this point? That's what I'm trying to keep in the back of my brain. Or the Barb.
Fighter?
Yeah, Fighter or Barb.
All they really got, by like, level 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Fighter got the master of the new weapon system.
Oh, yeah.
But that's about it.
So at 8th level, they got ASI. It's normal. 9th level, while you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you better not wear a shield. You gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and cross liquids on your turn without falling during the movement. Same as before, I think. Actually, that might be a little bit earlier. No, that's 9th level.
It's the same, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just now its own little feature, so that you feel like you're getting more out of it, out of the class. Instead of lumping it in with the movement one. 10th level, self-restoration. Through sheer force of will, you can use a bonus action to remove one of the following conditions: charmed, frightened, or poisoned. In addition, foregoing food and drink doesn't give you levels of exhaustion. Does that mean you can just never eat and drink? Or do you just not get tired?
I feel like you can just never eat and drink.
Interesting. One sec, Nars messaged me. I'm gonna see. Wants to join BC to join Monk reading UA? Question mark. There we go. He says definitely down to give it a shot. Hello, Nair.
Hello.
Hello.
Now I've got to update my UI. Fuck, it's got to go vertically upwards, not downwards. There we go. It has been done. Fuck, we're at level 7. No, we're at level 10 of the base class. Not much has changed.
You didn't miss too much.
I guess I'll quickly go over what has changed real quick. They buffed at level
Get
7.
that key, bro. Get that key.
It's discipline now. It's not key. It's discipline points.
I don't know, the only thing dumber than the change is being a stickler for the new name.
That's, yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, in the 2014 versions of Monk and Paladin, both classes gain immunity to disease. That immunity has been removed because the word disease doesn't have a solid meaning in the rules, and for years, the rules have delivered disease-like effects through the poison condition. The game will continue to use the condition in that fashion.
That's fair. They actually did super underutilize the disease condition.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to use it in the past before. It always just felt really tedious to me to use.
Yes. Precisely.
Also, most creatures that would be immune to poison would be immune to disease too, probably.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is like maybe the OneDnD could suffer a disease.
Yeah.
But I could also just see them not suffering a disease, you know.
They simply just choose not to.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of interesting. It would suck to be a monk in the new version of the game and then get afflicted with a horrible disease. It's like,
yeah,
sorry,
well,
bro.
I mean, if a disease literally isn't in the rules, I don't feel like they can really.
What, you can't have a disease in the D&D game?
Well, I just feel like no. I'm not saying you can, but I'm just saying it's not really like their fault.
Yeah. Okay, 11th level subclass feature, 12th level ASI, 13th level deflect energy. You can now use your deflect missiles feature against range attacks that deal any damage type, not just bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Oh!
Yeah,
That's
pretty fun.
awesome.
Hold up.
But at the same time, it's not.
Oh, it doesn't say weapon
it's not,
attacks anymore.
Yes.
So
but
that's...
It doesn't say, fireball, because that's not a weapon attack. Or,
yeah, well, you evasion
it's not a ranged attack. Yeah. But I'm just saying,
yeah, there's very few...
there's only a ton of attack roll spells.
Yeah, what attack roll spells would you even want to deflect?
Any of them. Fuck it, dude.
Well, yeah, but I'm just thinking, there's Scorching Ray, which is split 3 attacks, which counters the feature.
Dude, I shoot guiding bolts all over the place.
Yeah, guiding bolt.
Oh, a very upcasted guiding bolt. That could get deflected.
Chromatic Sphere.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this change.
Yeah.
I'm glad it doesn't...
I think it...
I'm glad
I
it doesn't
think it
cost
comes
key
in a
point.
little bit too late. Yeah, that too.
There's probably like weird. There's like arcane archers and shit out there. There's weird cases.
Yeah.
14th level. Yeah, I would say I like this change. Maybe. What does it replace, actually?
Maybe.
Tongue
It's
of the Sun
definitely a
and Moon?
weak fucking class feature, right? Like, it's a good change. It's cool.
Yeah, once in a blue moon, you can deflect a missile. Actually, I think this is a nerfed class feature. Because the old feature was Tongue of the Sun and Moon, which let you speak all languages and understand all languages.
Oh,
I
this
feel-
is so nerfed.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a million times better than like deflecting the magic attack once in a blue moon. I do. In newer books, they
cooler.
do have more monsters that just do like spell-like attacks with attack
so maybe
rolls.
that will kind of become more useful.
Yeah. I don't know. Not being able to talk. I guess like a 13th level party should have the tongue spell, but still.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, I kind of like it because I don't like the whole like getting around like languages kind of being a problem and how easy it is to do.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
you have to
easy in
play.
quotation mark. It's a little fucking 13.
Yeah,
But
you
I
have
don't
to
know.
play
There's
13
a
levels
lot
of monk
ways.
to earn
There's
it.
a lot of ways to get around languages, and I kind of don't like that about D&D. I mean, it's super annoying to players and stuff like that, I guess. But like,
Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I really don't like it in the form of a level 13 monk using key to like touch your mind and just know
Yeah.
it. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird flavor of it.
It's a little weird.
Well, I mean, that is weird flavor. I just kind of assumed.
I feel like this gets them out of being like, it gets them more in like the super like supernatural martial artist direction, other than being like this weird like mystic of like a bunch of stuff direction.
I mean,
that they
yeah.
had before, which
I know. I feel
personally
like-
like better.
I feel like in Dragon Ball, Goku talked to a lot of aliens. That's because he's so
Well, they
strong.
just don't talk about it. But no, they just don't. They don't say like, "Oh, he was so cool that he could just talk to aliens." They just don't fucking mention it.
You just
They're like,
can.
this
That's
is
just what you get with
exactly.
Ki.
No, let's see. They didn't say that, and a
I'm
lot of
pretty sure
like
that's the
media
reason.
just goes around it anyway. So I don't know. It's very big. Who cares?
Okay. Hold up. And 14th level,
It didn't
you
change.
deck. What?
It's the
Unchanged?
same fucking. It's the same thing. Unchanged.
Yeah, it's just named different. Is it completely unchanged? Yeah. And then
no, the second part is better, isn't it?
No, it used to be the same. I think.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought it was just that you gain proficiency in all saving throws. I mean, that's fucking nuts. But I mean, it is like
Level 14.
level. Yeah, but like, yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the fighter by this point has gotten that regeneration ability or something, right?
They have, but I mean,
So you know.
that's like mathematically probably just as good.
Wait, no. I'm remembering. I'm having a Jimmy Neutron. Doesn't the fighter get by this point the improved version of Resilient or whatever?
Downloadable.
Yeah, the one that like is combined with their second wind.
No, I think it was a higher level, but it could be. I don't know. I don't remember.
May or may not. If this is after they get that, I would say this is booty. Or
I mean, I don't know. I still think it's mathematically pretty good because
you only
like,
get
so
you
here's
only get 6 Indomitables.
yeah, here's the thing, right? Is that like if some fucking wizard just has it out for the goddamn fighter, he's gonna be burning that shit left and right, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like every time he wants to like get out of something with his like negative wisdom or 0 wisdom saving throw, right? Then he's gonna have to spend a resource for it. But like, what's your fucking proficiency bonus by level 14? Like 5?
Yeah, something like that.
So you just have a minimum of +5 to all your saving throws. So like, you just get to do it for free.
No, Indomitable gives you like plus level to the save, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that you're still spending a resource for it, and you have to do it. So if somebody really wants to fucking curse your ass,
Yeah,
on a
that's
fighter
true.
of the same level, they're going to be able to do it. But the monk just gets to be a-okay, basically.
Yeah, they get
time.
+5 to their intelligence saves.
Yeah, and then even if they do fail, they can spend 1 point and then, come on.
Get another crack at it.
They're gonna pass that shit, dude.
Potentially. Yeah.
Well, there's a much better mathematical chance that they just kind of get out of it than
What were you saying? No?
I don't think Indomitable gives any bonuses. I think the monk perk is better.
No. The new
we're talking about the new Indomitable, because they had Fire UA stuff too.
Oh, jeez.
Were you there for that reading?
I don't think it was.
Don't know.
Basically, they made it where you gain a second wind HP, and also you add your level to the saving throw and re-roll it.
Yeah. So your Indomitable is you add your level, but then there's the newer part that's at a higher level, and I don't remember if it's level 14 or what, but somewhere around there. It's when you use your second wind, or when you use Indomitable, you can also choose to use second wind, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's like using your second wind charges as Indomitable charges.
Yes, yeah.
Let's see.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, resource consolidation for a fighter. But, I mean, I don't know. Just having a minimum of +5 to all your saving throws is pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it's not, level 6 Paladin good, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, yeah, Paladin was
Just skimming through this, some of these fucking features look fucking awesome.
For Monk or for other classes?
No, for Monk. The acrobatic movement, dude. Oh my god. Just wall running.
That existed in the base game.
Oh shit.
They got him with the extra feature text. That was just part of the fast movement in the original book.
Yeah, it was.
See, I'm telling you, it makes you feel like you're getting more out of the class when you can see it
there. That's why they did it.
So level 15, perfect discipline, +4 key points when you roll initiative if you have 0 remaining. So, you have to use it all. Burn the candle as brightly as possible.
I think that's like the level 20 monk.
Yeah, it used to be the level 20. Level. So, I mean, moving that up is obviously a buff.
Yeah. I would have liked if it's you regain 4 points, just period. That would be a lot better in my opinion.
All the time? Every turn?
Just every time you enter initiative, you gain 4.
Oh, yeah. But you can only do it once a day?
No, just every time. Look, if you suffer monk for 15 levels, you should get key points, okay?
Yeah, fuck, that has to feel horrible to use, right? So your level, what is it? It's 15, and you have 15 fucking discipline points. Yeah. You have to, fucking fight for how long to get rid of all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't worry, monk can get rid of their points very quickly.
Yeah.
So, 5 turns.
If you go, sorry, master, I have to go all out, then,
no holding back.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then you can get 4 discipline points, which will last you 2 turns.
3 seconds.
Dude, I feel like that would still fucking feel bad.
It would. It's it's a small consolation prize when you're out of key, basically. It's better than nothing.
Can you spend 4 points in 1 turn?
Yeah, easily. So you attack, you stunning strike, you attack, you stunning strike, you flurry of blows, that's 3, and then you stunning strike. Boom, out of key. Or use your 15, reaction.
Regain 1 turn of key.
Well, you're probably not spamming stunning
if
strike.
You have no fucking key.
Mm-hmm. Yep, superior defense. As a bonus action, you can spend 3 discipline points to perfectly bolster yourself against harm for 1 minute, or until you're incapacitated. During that time, you have resistance to all damage except force damage. This is the.
That's pretty good.
This is invisible body, but nerfed.
They rage. They fucking rage.
They spend 3 points to rage. Without the bonus damage of rage.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's strong still. It's amazing.
No, it's a huge nerf. In the old version, it spent 4 key points, but you turned invisible for the duration too.
Oh, jeez.
Greater invisible.
I would like to state, I still think it's strong. And
yeah, it's level 1 barb strong.
Bullshit.
Well, I guess level 3, because, like, Bear Barb. No, I agree. It's a good feature. It's very late, but it is good. It's nerfed, though. They nerfed him. They nerfed the late game monk. That's when the monk is the worst, is the late game. They actually fall off after level 11, so why would they put the nerfs there? Okay, and their level 20 is Defy Death. If you drop to 0 hit points, you can spend 4 discipline points, roll 4 martial arts die, and add the dice together. Your number of HP instead changes to total rolled. Each time you use it after the first, the cost increases by 2. And it resets when you finish short rest. It's interesting.
By 20th level, your thing's a fucking D12, right?
Yeah, that is good. I think I remember Fighter gets something better, though. I remember this, because this was something we missed in a previous episode. The Champion Fighter, they have regeneration, right? But they also have a feature which, like, gets them up to, like, 1 HP while unconscious or something. So they can just get up and regenerate over and over. Unless, like, creatures attack their unconscious body until they die. So, no. I mean, I feel like this is better than the old capstone, so...
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Barb also have a feature like this?
Yes.
I think everybody just has
while they're raging, but... Yeah, but just, if it gets high enough level, you just go hard.
As far as, like, I feel like if I was a fucking level 20 monk, I would be annoyed. I would feel like at last level, I had 19 discipline points, and when I leveled up, I now have 16 discipline points, because I'm always saving 4. I would be so fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
I don't like this feature.
Me neither. I don't understand why it costs discipline points, quite frankly. I think, like, you should get one for free, and then the next one should cost, like, 4.
Yeah, I could see that.
Literally go from 19 points to 16.
They should just copy the Barb feature. I don't think the Barb feature costs rages. Right.
No, I don't think so.
It's like you lose 2 uses of your rage feature to not die. We've got Shadow Monks. Now, Wario Shadow, they're the ninjas of 5e.
Daninga.
Let's see, so through rigorous training, you've learned to draw on the power of the Shadowfell, not darkness itself. You can spend 1 key point to cast darkness without any components. You can see within the spell's area when you cast it with this feature. While a spell persists, you can move in its area of darkness to a space within 60 feet of you at the start of each of your turns. But they also have Shadow Step, so this is like a free Shadow Step each turn. That's a humongous buff to the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Vision, you gain Dark Vision with a range of 60 feet. So that is also cool.
You don't move to the darkness. You can move the darkness.
You can move its area.
Feet. Yeah, I mean, that's still pretty fucking good. It's just being able to move the darkness spell around in general is actually really nice.
That is really good, but doesn't it already behave like the light spell in that you can just cast it on an object?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I guess...
Well, it's more modular. Like, you have more options.
Yeah. No, that's right. I like that. Because it probably combos with the Shadow Step, right?
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Sure. Like you move the darkness over and then Shadow Step over. Then Shadowy Figment, you know the minor illusion cantrip and can use Wisdom as spellcasting ability for it. Dude, I feel like this is fucking... I want to say OP. Actually. Because this gives you advantage on all attacks, and...
I mean, yeah, it's like the Gloom Ranger.
Yeah, it's like those fucking blind sight monks that I had.
It's always going to suck spending your first turn casting darkness.
Yeah, that does suck. But you can just like step to the right like 10 feet and then archers can't target you. So you have that going for you at least.
Also, I feel like darkness isn't something that scales really well.
No, it gets worse as the game goes on. And also, there is the problem of your teammates can't see in the darkness. So this is like a solo feature. Like, it seemed really awesome in the blind sight monk dungeon I made, but that's because everyone there was like a monk with blind sight. So they were all benefiting from it, whereas if someone in this party had it, it would just be like the Reek Dab situation again, where everyone's blind and angry as fucking badgers beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. So I think it's like, it's definitely kind of OP, but a little bit double-edged.
Yeah, it's very double-edged, very good. Now, I do notice that they did remove the other spells for the one good spell that doesn't work.
It was Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, there's Pass Without Trace. There was Dark Vision for allies that you could cast, and you could cast it on yourself. There was... Is there anything else that mattered? Let's see. Darkness, Pass Without Trace, Silence. Another very powerful spell for dealing with spellcasters, which they can't do now.
Mm-hmm. That does kind of suck.
It cost more key.
Huh? Oh yeah, their spells used to cost more key. It is... It's weird, because it's like a super buff for one ability, but you lose all the other abilities. Which, I don't know. Personally, I hate the Pass Without Trace spell. I think it's super overpowered. But I'm setting those feelings aside for the analysis. You're losing on all the utility of being able to, like, give your entire party the ability to stealth good, and you're losing the situational ability to, like, fuck with wizards a bit. To gain... Huh?
Does Pass Without Trace still exist?
It probably does. You mean in my campaign or in this book?
In this book.
It probably exists.
That's a good question. I do not know. It could.
It is a dumb fucking spell.
It's really dumb. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I'm a solo... Here's the thing. If I'm a Shadow Monk and I'm going on, like, a solo mission, I'm, like, beating up guards, right? I think this is awesome because I gain the ability to just be, like, a sphere of death. Inside a party, I think it's just going to create tension between the people who can't see in the dark vision and the monk.
Uh-huh.
You know, but there will be like situations where it's useful, and because it costs one key point and you can move it around for free.
And it'll be super effective and take people's pants off.
Yeah, because you could just put it on the enemy archers, right?
Yeah.
And then it's not fucking over your team. For example. So I'm a little 50-50. I like the utility of the Pass Without Trace, Dark Vision of Silence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I also like this feature. I guess it opens up some room for cheese, you know. You get like a Warlock with Devil's Sight, stuff like that. It can make it work.
Yeah.
It's an interesting change. I don't think it's as OP as I initially thought, just because of the anti-synergy thing. Unless the monks by themselves. Or you have 4 Shadow Monks. Actually, hold up. If there's another Shadow Monk, they can't see through your darkness, so it would actually... there'd be the counter-synergy with them, too. There's only room for 1 Shadow Monk in the party.
Yeah. You get one.
You guys have any thoughts on this, or should I move on?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's changed, but I don't know.
Good for cool solo quests. Not so good for...
shadow stuff.
So while entirely in dim light or darkness, you can use a bonus action to teleport up 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that's also in dim light or darkness. You have advantage on the next melee attack before you make it before the end of the turn. I think that's the same as before.
Exactly
Then,
the same.
Advantage is good. Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure the advantage thing is also the same as before.
Yeah, it is.
However, improved Shadow Step You can draw on your connection to Shadow to empower your teleportation. When you use Shadow Step, you can spend one key to remove the requirement that you must start and end in dim light and darkness.
That's
Part of this.
good.
As part of this bonus action, you can make an unarmed strike immediately after the teleportation.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
That is a lot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. It does
You're very slippery.
cause the troll toll.
I would have made that shit cost 2 discipline points.
Well, I don't know, here's the thing. I think it's useful to remove the limitation because oftentimes the Shadow Monk gets cucked because they are like in a zone where there is light, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
everyone runs up with him with a torch. Like,
yeah, I think that is cool. It is removing their ability to become permanently invisible though while they're in darkness. So
shit.
the Shadow Monk is now less stealthy.
Well, invisible condition at higher levels, it looks like.
Let's see, as a bonus action... Oh, you might be right. Cloak of Shadows, level 17. As a bonus action, while entirely within dim light or darkness, you can spend 3 discipline points to shroud yourself with magical darkness for 1 minute, or until you have incapacitated until you end your turn in bright light. While you're shrouded, you gain invisibility. Partially incorporeal, you can move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, but you take 1d10 force damage if you end your turn inside a creature or object.
Whoa.
Shadow Flurry, you can use your flurry of blows without spending any discipline points.
that's.
Oh.
I mean, 3 discipline, 3 points, but that is turbo worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are crazy. Yeah.
Until dude with the torch runs up, and then you lose all 3 points.
Yes. But I mean,
Someone casts the light cantrip.
it's not just a completely I win button, which is like.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Well, you look, torches and shit. You're level 17. Can you even use the darkness? I was going to say the darkness might invalidate any light, but...
Yeah, you could use the darkness spell. And as long as someone doesn't use daylight,
then you just get on somebody and beat the absolute shit out of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think that they got rid of...
They got rid of Opportunist, which might
Well, I was
mean
gonna say.
that this is actually a nerf in disguise. Because Opportunist is like whenever a creature within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack made by a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against that creature.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's... Like your buddies are fighting a dragon. Every single turn you can use your reaction to smack the dragon. Whereas with this, it's like you can maybe do Cloak of Shadows if the dragon's lair isn't brightly lit. And if you do that, that is pretty okay, right?
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Cloak of Shadows, like burrowing into a castle or something. So that feels good. That kind of utility.
Yeah.
Of course, it would suck if you burrow through and then on the other side there's a torch, so you pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in the castle with no way of egress, but...
Well, you could just run to like 3 flights of stairs or something and get away from it with your unarmored movement and then fucking do it again.
Yeah, you just do flurry of blows until you're out of key, wait for a guard to come and fight them, you get 4 key back, you defeat the guard, and then you go through the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like they made the Shadow Monk much more shadow themed. I like improved Shadow Step.
I feel like this is why they took away the invisibility from the base monk class. Is because it kind of like stepped on the toes of Shadow Monk.
Well, I mean, they had different functions.
Yeah, I know. But
Shadow Monk invisibility was a stealth thing, whereas this invisibility, the new Shadow Monk invisibility, is like the old one, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. I definitely think it's cool.
It is cool. It's cooler in some ways. Less utility. And that's about it, right? Less utility. But you can use the Shadow Step more.
This one definitely seems like it's more focused on like beating people's asses now. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
That is true.
And it's even slipperier than normal monk.
That is also kind of true.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
It does look fun. I'd say I'm neither super happy nor super disappointed. It's different. I like different. I think it's cool. Let's see the new way of the 4 elements. So, elemental attunement. You've attuned yourself to the elemental forces of the multiverse. You know the elementalism cantrip. Fuck, do we have to look for the cantrip?
Fuck, yeah, probably.
Where are the cantrips? Is it below?
Spells.
It's gotta be near the bottom.
Yeah,
Elementalism. I found it. Beckon air. You create a breeze strong enough to ripple cloth, stir dust, rustle leaves, and close open doors and shutters in a 5-foot cube. Doors and shutters being held open is not affected. Beckon earth. You create a thin shroud of dust or sand that covers a 5-foot square. Or you cause a single word to appear in your handwriting in a patch of dirt or sand. Beckon fire. You create a thin cloud of harmless embers and colored scented smoke. You choose the color and the scent, and the embers can light candles, torches, or lamps. In beckon water, you spray a cool mist that lightly dampens creatures and objects in a 5-foot cube, or you can create 1 cup of clean water in an open container on a surface, and that water evaporates in 1 minute. Wait, does that mean you can't drink it?
There's sculpt element. I don't know, it doesn't say you can't drink it.
It says it evaporates in 1 minute. Oh, sculpt element.
Yeah.
You cause dirt, sand, fire, smoke, mist, or water that can fit within a 1-foot cube to assume crude shape, such as a creature or object for 1 hour. Okay, so my immediate question is, can you make a little nub in a dirt wall
I mean, yeah, I guess. Why not?
that you can climb on? Or would
Yeah,
it just fall apart?
It's probably just up to the DM, but
I don't know. Seems like basically like a less useful version of getting prestidigitation other than maybe the sculpt.
yeah, basically. Which,
Man, as a ribbon feature, I don't hate it. In addition, at the start of your turn, you can spend 1 key point to imbue yourself with elemental energy. Lasts 10 minutes until you're incapacitated. I do like how it's not requiring concentration, because that would be very lame.
It would be very stinky.
Gain the following benefits. Elemental strikes. Whenever you hit with an unarmed strike, you can cause it to deal acid, cold, fire, lightning. Don't get why acid.
But,
yeah.
But because there isn't an element for Earth.
It should just be cold, fire, lightning then.
Yeah.
You can
acid
also
is put in as like a stand-in for Earth, though, which is kind of strange. But
yeah, but that's weird because water creatures are resistant to acid. When you deal one of these types, you can also force the target to make a strength save. On a failed save, you can push it up to 10 feet towards or away from you as elemental energy swirls around it. Reach, when you make an unarmed strike, your reach is 10 feet greater as elemental energy extends from you. I do like that imagery of the fist punching with the flames.
like rock, yeah. or
rock
fist,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a pretty good feature.
Yeah, well, it's an okay feature. Monks are fast.
I'm just saying, you get...
They can walk the 10 feet, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying you get 10 minutes of it. That's pretty good.
They have to spend key to even do it? I guess bypassing resistance.
Yes, that part is really useful.
Yeah, until you hit
and then you can level. Pick or choose, and then yeah. That part kind of makes it a little bit stinky, but you also get reach.
Yeah, the reach is good.
1 key for reach for 10 minutes is okay.
Yeah.
Plus, dealing fire damage to trolls,
and
always
also
useful.
Doing strength saving throws always too, like every turn multiple times.
Oh yeah, you could really push someone.
Yeah.
That battlefield control has got to be pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
You can just push somebody. You could pull someone towards you, push them away, and pull them back.
Yeah. So if you have your clerics standing like 15 feet behind you, you can just pull and push people in and out of the AOE. If they're horrible spell. the cleric spell, Spirit Guardians.
Yep.
Oh, I guess it only works once per turn, though, so maybe you can push them into someone else's effect.
What you
too.
do is you have a druid cast Spike Growth and then just...
Yeah.
There we go. Then you just cheese grater them.
Yep.
6th level, Environmental Burst. As a magic action, you can spend 2 discipline points to cause environmental energy to burst in a 20-foot radius sphere within 120 feet.
Ooh.
Choose a damage, acid, cold, fire, lightning. Each creature must make a dex save. On a failed save, they take 3 rolls of your martial arts die, which would be 3d8. Before or after you take this action, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So that's okay as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like fucking... What's the fucking spell called? Shatter? It's
Yeah.
Shatter.
It's
Shatter.
Fireball Shatter.
Yes. Once again, being able to choose the damage type is useful, though.
For 2 key points, it might not be bad. Right.
Yeah, for two key points, it's pretty fucking good.
Well, okay, you're comparing it against... So the monk has 4 attacks right now, right? So like 2d10 or 2d8 with the spear or staff, and then 2d6 from punching. No, it would actually be 2d8 from punching, so that's 4d8 plus, dex 4 times, but single target. Or they could get 3d8, but it's
And then still attack once.
Yeah, and still attack 1, so 3d8 plus 1 punch.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I think
if you hit,
it's a
like-
situational thing, but,
Yeah. If you can hit like 2 creatures, it's probably worth. It's like 6d8 plus punch.
Yep.
Not bad. Not super great. There's no scaling though, so that's
Yeah.
kind of
Well, I mean, your monk die scales, but yeah. The fact that it only does...
only does 3d8 or 3d10 or
Yeah.
3d12 means that as the game goes on, it becomes
3d12 isn't bad, but I mean, yeah.
at level
it does kind
17
of fall off. Yeah, it does kind of fall off.
falls off super hard. I mean, at level 6, 3d8's not that much against a lot of creatures, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm just thinking like you're fighting 4 trolls. Each of them has like fucking 70 HP and regeneration, right?
Yeah.
Alright. 11th level, Stride of the Elements. When you
This
use
one's
Step
good.
of the Wind, you gain a fly speed and swim speed equal to your speed for 10 minutes.
Yep, that one's good.
Yeah,
That
that's
one's very good. You can use that reach so that you can sit
Yeah.
10 feet
10
above
feet
the
up in the air
opponents.
and punch people. Yeah.
It's so fucking awesome.
Just like float above them like a cliff racer from Merlin's and just like attack them over and over. And as long as they don't have a halberd and they're not, or any other form of reach. Yeah, I like Stride of the Elements.
Bros go fucking Harry Potter in the water.
Uh-huh. Now it does cost a key point to get it rolling, but once it's rolling, yeah, I don't dislike it.
It's just a part of Step of the Wind. It's so easy to
Yeah.
fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's OP. That's
I wouldn't call it OP at level
That's
11.
an OP one.
It's a good one. It's a nice bit of utility. In those situations where running up walls is not enough, you can fly. In situations where you're in the water, you can swim.
These dudes can literally like 1v1. They literally get Dragon Ball fights. They can 1v1 dragons and shit.
Well, they'd lose to a dragon. Let's be real
Right,
here.
but like, you know.
You can still get up there.
They can get up there. Now, the dragon does fly at 80 speed if it's like an adult dragon, I think, so might not be able to catch it, but concentration free flight for 10 minutes is good. It's a good feature. 17th level, when you use elemental attunements, you also gain the following benefits: damage resistance to one of the following types. At the start of each of your turns, you can change the choice. Cool.
That's good.
And this is the 1 key point feature that you
Yeah,
can
this is the one
use
key
for
point.
10 minutes each. So that's just like a buff, which is nice.
Yeah.
Destructive Stride, when you use Step of
What
the
were you
Wind.
saying?
Huh?
What were we saying about not catching a dragon?
Not catching up to the dragon. They might be able to catch up with the dragon now. Yeah.
Your speed increases by 20 feet until the end of that turn. For that duration, any creature of your choice takes damage equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die when you enter a space within 5 feet of it. The damage is the same type you chose for this feature's damage resistance. A creature can only take this damage once per turn. And once on each of your turns, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die when you hit it with an unarmed strike. The damage is the same as the type you chose for this feature's damage resistance.
Between that and the stride...
Yeah, it's pretty
you're going very fast.
And
hitting
fast.
Pretty fucking hard.
I like the stride thematically because I like the idea of the monk running past like 10 dudes and they each take a d12 and fall unconscious.
Because he just makes a shock wave or something, yeah.
It just moves like the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
The empowered strikes thing sounds awesome. I feel like it could be a level 3 feature and it wouldn't break the class, so it being at level 17 is kind of poopy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just thinking, I'm conjuring my mind's the image of the Frenzy Barb who at level 3 gains an extra 2d6, or like 2 or 3d6 whenever they attack once per turn. Recklessly, right?
Yeah.
So this is an equivalent feature that costs key 1 key point to be fair.
Yeah, that's something you have 20 of.
Yeah. It's good. I don't even know what the normal 4 elements monk gets. They just get spells.
It's literally just spells.
I would say this is a good direction for the way of the 4 elements. Because casting a bunch of spells for too much key points fucking sucks ass.
Yes, that was really bad. It's better. It's still not great. I think it's a lot better than it was, though.
I think it's definitely made enough of a difference that I'd expect people to play this.
Yeah. What do you think of it compared to the new Shadow Monk?
I think it's maybe a little bit... I don't know if I'd say it's better, like if they're both like, well, fucking 20 or whatever.
I think more people are going to play Shadow Monk.
Well, Shadow Monk's cooler, but I think the 4 elements might be better than the Shadow Monk. Not sure.
If so, I think it's like...
In normal play.
They're similar. They're very similar power level-wise. But in terms of like getting along with everybody and not creating difficult scenarios, then yeah, the element one might be a little bit stronger.
Yeah, because they get reach, which isn't really much. They get a push, which synergizes with spells. They get damage types, right?
Yeah, I think Warrior of the Elements is more useful. Shadow's a lot more niche.
Yeah. And doing a little extra damage is cool as well. Alright, Warrior of the Hand. They're masters of unarmed combat. They learn techniques push and trip. So level 3, open hand technique. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. Target must succeed on a con save or it can't take reactions, so that's nerfed. Push, I think, is slightly further than normal, or the old one. I'm just double checking.
It's the same.
Okay. And topple, deck save, or prone. So they nerfed the can't take reactions one.
It used to just be no save.
Yeah. I think they literally only did it so it was consistent with the other two.
Yeah, probably.
Which is like, I don't know.
I mean, now you get the Step of the Wind disengage, so I mean...
Yeah.
It's not like you...
Well, you can't use that and the open hand technique because they both require bonus actions.
Yeah.
Why is it a con save?
Because, I don't know. It's the worst one. They had to nerf it. Okay.
Real. True.
It was too strong.
They should have made something different.
Them not being able to use their reactions, that's an incredible debuff. It had to be nerfed. It's clearly very well thought out. They analyzed the DPR charts. They saw that countered Polearm Master is just the thing they had to do.
Yep.
I guess.
So 6th level, Wholeness of Body. You gain the ability to heal yourself as a bonus action. You spend 1 discipline point and roll your martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your wisdom modifier. And you can use it a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. and regain uses when you finish long rest.
So it's just second wind, but for monks.
No, it's much, much stinkier. So first of all, it costs a key point.
Yeah.
And you regain 1d6. No, yeah, 1d6 plus wisdom, so 1d6 plus 2.
Oh, I thought it was monk level.
And on top of it costing discipline points, it's also limited. It has a limited number of uses equal to your wisdom modifier.
Right. What?
So even if you wanted to use up all your ki to heal yourself, you are not allowed to. You're shackled.
This is a stinker.
That is a stinker.
Let's see, what was the old one? So as an action, you can regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level. You must finish a long rest for using this feature.
That one was like on par.
So that one did not cost ki, and it gave you 9 HP at this level.
This one takes your key and gives you 5 health.
You take my key, and you give me nothing for it. Why did they nerf this? Shouldn't they have buffed this? I don't understand.
Yeah, probably.
What is with the hate against the open hand? 11th level, Fleet Step. You can easily stride out of harm's way. You can use the Step of the Wind option of your martial arts discipline feature without spending any discipline points at 11th level. That's pretty good.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been the level 3 feature that had Step of the Winds, in my opinion, but having it, that's definitely an improvement for the open hand, right? They can do the thing rogues can do at level 2.
Yeah,
It's
once you
nice.
hit level 11, wholeness of body feels a little bit better, maybe. Got more key to play with. You can just waste it.
No, at level 11, it's Tranquility, which is Sanctuary, which is whatever.
I was just saying it frees up some key for you to use the shitty 6th level feature.
Oh, you're right. It's true. And then 17th level, gain the ability to set up lethal vibrations in someone's body. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 3 discipline points to start these vibrations, which last a number of days equal to your monk level. They're harmless unless you use your action to end them. To do so, you must be on the same plane of existence as the target. When you use this action, the target must make a con save, taking 10d12 monk level plus monk level force damage on a failed save, or half as much as a successful one.
There's slight differences.
You can only have 1 creature on the effect at a time.
So originally, it's con save. If it fails, 0 hit points.
It fucking dies.
10d10 necrotic damage.
So this is nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you're saying. It's massively nerfed.
Yeah, it is big time nerf.
Yeah. Before they literally just fucking
Outright died.
Yeah.
They
died.
Iced motherfuckers. Yeah, I remember because I remember someone saying that this was how you kill Tiamat. You get party members to guard the monk while the monk sets up the vibrations, and you try to get
yeah.
and you just spam the ability until Tiamat fails to save and dies.
Yeah, it's become a sucker save.
Yeah, that sucks.
Well,
Save or suck.
no, it's just the worst version. The whole of this ability is what you would get if the target succeeded on the saving throw of the old ability. Except,
right. Yeah.
They can save
a little more
that.
damage. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more damage.
It is more damage.
It's
Now,
a
not more
D12
damage
plus
than
level.
fucking killing someone, but it is more damage. Unless they make their save, yeah.
How much health does Tiamat have?
More than 10d12 plus monk level. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think
That's definitely disappointing. I feel like if you reach level 17, just give them the world, man.
open
That's
hand.
That's a love strategy, right? Like,
Open hand has been nerfed. It's unbelievable.
it has to be because it was the most popular one. It was the target.
Dude, fucking
I thought the Kensei was the most popular one.
Kensei is pretty popular.
Oh. Yeah, you might be right.
What about the fucking Wave Mercy Monk? I thought shouldn't it make more sense to balance the monks to be as powerful as the Way of the Mercy Monk? Because the Way of the Mercy Monk's pretty fucking... I remember the Way of the Mercy Monk. They can inflict poison without save. They can do extra damage every single turn for free. They can heal people for like a better rate than this guy can heal himself, and unlimited, unlike this guy. That's so bizarre. I think unironically my prediction came true. They did in fact nerf the monk. It has been nerfed. I declare it. I mean, Elements Monk has been better. Shadow Monk, Semi. It's better in one very narrow specific thing, but they stole all the utility out of them for the price of that, right? Right?
I don't know.
Because it can't cast silence, can't turn invisible for long periods of time, can't pass without trace, right? Can't give their allies dark vision. So that's no utility for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's a nerf or not. They're different. Do I think that they are gigabuffed? No.
They are not buffed.
I feel like that all of the subclasses except for Open Hand have pretty fucking powerful late game features.
Yeah. I mean, Quivering Palm is cool. Kind of powerful, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But, like, dude, I don't know. Cloak of Shadows and the other one are just cooler. And,
They are.
like, better. So.
Yeah, but that was at the cost of the monk's invisible body feature, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Superior defense now no longer gives greater invis, so they lost one powerful late game feature to gain a different late game feature depending on class, basically. I am very happy with the four elements change.
Yeah.
I know,
I feel like it definitely made it out as one of the better ones that they showed here.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. They changed it. It's one of those things where I'd have to, like, mess with it more.
It's definitely gone.
It's not a gigabuff. It's better.
It's gone from there being, like, one subclass I would play to there being three, at least in the PHP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good.
So, yeah, that's a win.
I'm happy that there's parity between
I do feel like they de-shitted a lot of the subclasses, because I felt that a lot of monk subclasses were shitty, and none of these feel that shitty anymore.
Well, compared to each other, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
Dude,
I don't know.
I hate
at least I see these and I buy into it, and I'm like, that sounds cool. I would like to be able to do that in a game.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of times before, it was like I'd look at a monk subclass and I'd be like, that sounds sort of cool, or I don't care at all. This is really stupid. Or like some other problem like that. But now that I don't really, now I'm kind of like, hey, that's neat. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that aspect. I'm just gonna put this out here. I remember seeing the numbers. I remember getting deeper into the balancing the classes and et cetera, and monk has never fared good.
Mm-hmm.
So to see it remaining relatively the same power level while all the other martial classes are getting buffed, that's kind of a nerf in and of itself too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the barbarian being crazy in the new update. I remember fighter just getting new features on top of their old features, basically.
Yeah.
It's like open hand. You have additional restrictions on your healing. You can no longer heal as much.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. That's kind of stupid.
It's so wild. Do you have any last thoughts, Nair?
No, I mean, I think it's cool. It is sad that they, I'm not super familiar with the other classes right now, but
I don't know. I was gonna almost complain about them not giving you a D10, but I don't think it should be a decent hit die class.
it seems cool. I'd be excited to play new monks.
Well, yeah,
I
change
would
is
play
good.
it. I would definitely play this monk more than the old monk. So that is good. Do I think that they went far enough in some places? No.